Hi, I'm Claire.
And I'm Hugh.
And thank you for watching the episode.
And thank you for pressing the red button. A woman can be any size or shape she wants.
What about a hexagon?
It's interesting having a television mother, incidentally, because I've never had a television mother before. It's interesting who they cast, who they think you might look like. I'm very pleased, though. Delighted.
Peter, I think Sue would really like us to spend some time opening up to each other.
I do talk to my mother quite a lot. But in this particular instance, he finds it absolutely impossible, and it drives you mad.
Yes, she thinks she's quite sort of, I don't know, good in that department. And I don't think she is, actually. I think she's quite clumsy in that department, but she thinks she's rather good at it. Everything all right, you two? Had a good natter? Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was really
really
cleared the air. But contrasted greatly with the what was going on behind the scenes, which was we have our own sort of green room. So I have a mother who I can't talk to, but when we're actually off camera, we're just gossiping away.
In the episode you just saw, there was a scene where the two smallest children, Ben and Karen, discussed what they would do if they won £1 million. The two children did improvise about what they would spend £1 million on, and what you're about to see is an interesting window into the minds of some children who think they've come into a lot of money.
We can buy a massive mansion made out of gold. And
I would buy a robotic dragon with a flamethrower in its tongue. I'd buy a TV which you can walk inside. It's like the size of a door, and then you can walk inside whatever's on.
yeah, and then you can
turn
go
them
into
SpongeBob.
and they'll be like, "Hello, Gary." Or you could go into the future. Oh yeah, a time
machine.
And you could see us when we're older, being like cool.
Special boots which make you hover and fly, jet boots.
Yeah.
And then you can fly around like that.
So you can go. And
you can have spaceships, hover ships, and then you could be like flying through town. So the really old people have cars and they're like, and then you're flying above them with no traffic going. And we could buy butlers and waitresses to do everything for us.
We could get a serious trainer to train the dogs to be our butlers and maids. Coming, and then walk around.
I'd buy the Amazon rainforest.
Or I'd buy school and then close it down. Or to save the polar bears, you could have enough money to drop massive ice cubes and bits of ice onto where they are, so they can be saved.
Oh, we could just buy 500,000 magnums.
What you're about to see here is an extended version of the early scenes where the mum has asked Ben whether he's downloaded something inappropriate off the internet, and he takes her through all the many freakish wonders that he has seen on the internet. And fundamentally what we did was we just pulled all the ones that we knew for real. We threw a few fictional ones in of our own. Then we gave it to Daniel, who plays Ben, and Daniel threw in a few that he knew about.
Whether true or false, we have no idea.
No, I think they're all true. I think they're all true.
That's a bit worrying then, but anyway.
And so we ended up with this wonderful list of the treasures lurking on the internet.
Was it the farting nun?
No, Ben, it's not the farting nun.
Or was it the Kill Barney song? Or was it the Osama bin Laden dude dancing around to Numa
No,
Numa?
Ben.
Or was it the elephant stamping on the man? Or was
Ben.
it the fridge that exploded? Or was it the man who had an anvil in his leg?
No,
or was it
Ben.
the tree man? Or was it the Mexican Catwoman? Or was
Ben,
it
it's not-
that evil clown song? Or was it the dragon sighting? Or was it that creepy thing that says, girl possessed by the devil? Or was it that creepy dude who can lift things up with his mind? Or was it that funny thing where the man pops up in the bathroom? Was it the exploding whale? Oh, I know. Or was it the Pekingese dog on the lawnmower? Because that made me want to throw up.
Ben, I think you know what I'm talking about.
I don't.
I remember when me and Guy were kicking around ideas, certainly my daughter Isabel used to write letters to the council about them lopping down trees, and was always rather annoyed if she didn't get a reply. And my son once wrote to Tony Blair, but wrote to him in the manner of a sort of 18th century letter. So with things like, damn you, sir, and damn your government.
What are you writing to him about now?
Well, about how they said that we had won a prize, but we actually hadn't. And that everyone from Reader's Digest should go to jail and have to wee in a bucket and only have a budgie to talk to.
Well, I'm not sure you can go to jail for misleading offers.
Well, then what can you go to jail for?
Hurting other people, stealing other people's stuff.
Can you go to jail for kicking a policeman?
Yes, I should think you could go to jail for kicking
Or
police.
for throwing a cup at somebody?
No, nor should you.
But some people say that jail is quite nice. Is that true?
I don't think so. I think that's just the Daily Mail says things like that. It's not nice to have your freedom taken away, is it?
You know, they don't even have to go in prisons if they're really bad. They should just be put in holes in the ground. With you know, the things that go over a gutter, the big plates,
Yes.
with that over, and so that they stay in the dark for the whole day, and then they have to eat soup. And they don't even put the soup in the bowl, they just pour it down into the hole and they have to eat it with their hands off of the mud.
But that's insanity.
You could get a cardboard box, put a little torch in there and a bowl, and then put them inside, maybe a long box, put them inside. Yeah.
Where'd you get that from?
But anyway, you wouldn't need guards if you nailed down the lids of the boxes and locked the cupboard doors and put chairs against the fridge and just stick them in anywhere that they can fit.
No, but
So then they'll be so good that you can say, all right, you can go home now, don't come back again, or you'll get even bad, you'll be stuck in a fridge all day or in the oven.
Right, so you're going to put the prisoners all in fridges and ovens now, are you?
Well, you don't turn the oven on. Well, you turn it on a tiny bit, and then after they're in there for about half an hour, then you take them out and you put them in the fridge, and then once they're in there for half an hour, you keep swapping so that they never get too hot or too cold.
That sounds very labour intensive.
What do you mean?
Freezing.
Okay, guys, into camera. Run.
One of the great problems always in filming planes, and as you get towards the end of the day where you're just running out of time and you've got to finish scenes, it coincides with the heaviest kind of load of planes coming in, and you get, how long do we get between planes? They've got to be 3
30
miles
seconds.
apart, and as they come in, so you quite often have to get we occasionally had to shorten lines so we knew we could get them between planes, and then you'd stop and then you'd
Do
start
half a
again,
line.
do half a line,
And then a second.
give yourself a cut point, do the rest of the line.